So there's also another part of business where we think, um, if I do this particular thing, then that means later on down the line, it's going to affect me in some kind of way. For example, um, I hopped around from a lot of jobs, between a lot of jobs in my career, and so a lot of people will say that because I did that, people are going to look at me as unreliable. They're not going to want to hire me. They're not going to want to do business with me because again, they're going to look at me as like, you hop around too much. You're not loyal. You don't stay in one place. And so if I had let that stop me, then I wouldn't be in business with people now who are looking at me as like, wow, you have all this different experience. You were over here, you were over there. They'll see it through a different lens. So I guess my point is, don't allow one person's perspective of something, or even your own limited perspective of something, stop you from going down your path. My path was to experience a whole bunch of different jobs. And if I had deprived myself of that, I would not be in this position now where I have all these different skill sets. I don't need to hire somebody to build my website. I know how to build a website. I don't need somebody to do all the graphics and branding and product placement for me because I learned how to do that already. I know how to do it myself. I don't need somebody to, do any of this stuff for me, market or any of that because I have a background in that. Why? Because I hopped around so much. I learned a little bit of this. I learned a little bit of that. I took this class over here. I took that class over there. Even when I went to college, my degree was supposed to be in education. I ended up using it to become a teacher, but I hopped around my first couple years. I was in the sociology class, then I was in a personal fitness class, then I even took website design and I even took product design. I took all these extracurricular activities, all these extracurricular classes rather than joining this club and being in this social circle. I took classes that I felt like were out of the box. I took a poetry class. I took a writing class. I took a public speaking class. I did all of these different kinds of things. And people, said, oh no, pick a path. You only want to take classes that are for your field. And you only want to take classes that are for your major and blah, blah, blah. And it ended up working out in my favor. It all ended up coming together in the end. And now all those things that people said were going to hold me back and keep me from getting my dream job and keep me from being able to move forward and do what I want to do. These are all the things that people are highlighting as these are all the things that are benefiting me now. Like I said, I don't need to hire people to do any of this stuff because I know how to do it. I've been a cashier before. I know how to manage money. I know how to count money. I know how to manage it. I know how the financial system works because I worked at a check cashing place before. Because I worked as a cashier, I know how to deal with customer service. Because I worked in a store, I know how to deal with customer service. Because I worked in a warehouse, I know how to do products, and I know how to like the list can go on because I've had 10 million different jobs, right? And all of them are benefiting me now that I'm ready to start my own business.